Okay, so this is my third attempt at trying to record this on my computer and upload it. Every time I hit upload, it says an error occurred in reconnect, and when I reconnect, my video's gone. So, everything I said in the last two videos, I'm just like scrambling in my head. So I'm new to the vlogs, and I'm not new to TTCing, but I'll tell you a little bit about myself and my TTC and miscarriage past and preterm loss. I'm 23. Um, I've been married for about a year now. My husband and I have been together for about 5 years, 4.5 years, something like that. 4 years. And in 2010, we unexpectedly got pregnant. He was my fiance at the time, and we weren't trying to conceive. And I got pregnant, and that was my first pregnancy, and everything was going great. I had nausea, really no morning sickness, just really bad nausea, peeing a lot, and well, everything was going good till about 18 weeks. Well, everything was going great until 18 weeks. All my tests, doctor's visits, everything was normal, everything was growing good, baby's heart rate was perfect. And then at 18 weeks, I started bleeding. It was actually Halloween night that I started bleeding. I freaked out, of course, and we went to the ER, where we found out that I was in active labor, preterm labor, at 18 weeks, 18 and a half weeks. They did an ultrasound and saw that my cervix was open, so they ordered an emergency ultrasound, and they did a pelvic ultrasound where at the time the tech didn't really tell us anything. We asked if she could tell if it was a boy or a girl, just because at the time everyone was like, oh, bleeding's normal, it happens sometimes. And to me, that bleeding was a lot, but to the doctors, they said it was at the time normal bleeding for some women who just bleed during pregnancies. So then we asked if she could tell whether it was a boy or girl, and she said that from as far as her guesstimate would be that we were having a girl. So we were really happy, and it was a bittersweet happiness. I started to tear up, and I was just praying that everything would be okay, that I was just praying as hard as I could that everything was going to be okay. Unfortunately, everything wasn't okay, and they saw that I was about 3 centimeters dilated, and her amniotic sac was already funneling, and I was in active progressive labor. They gave me medicine to stop labor, and that made me really drowsy and just like heavy. And well, anyways, long story short, there was nothing that they could do for me. I was gonna deliver her, and it was the most hardest thing that I've ever had to, my husband and I had ever had to go through. We delivered her the next day. She was born alive, and just seeing her and holding her and watching her was just the hardest thing ever, and just knowing that we couldn't do anything to save her. There's no words to describe the pain you go through as a mother, watching your child fight to breathe and knowing that there's nothing you can do. And at that time, I was just putting so much blame on myself, because I'm thinking, my body failed her. It's my fault that she's going through this. It's my fault that I'm losing my child. And we named her Sabrina Rose. She was alive for about 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. I don't know how I survived it. I don't know even today, how I can live every day. It's a struggle every day to go on and not blame myself and not ask myself what I could have done different, even knowing that it could have been incompetent cervix. That doesn't make it any better. And we were not really trying for 3 or 4 months after that. We weren't trying at all, actually. And about 4 months later, I found out I was pregnant again, and I was so scared and happy at the same time, because as much as I was scared, just the thought that another baby could be coming to me was just a miracle, I thought. And I prayed every day that God would make this one be our sticky bean. And unfortunately, we lost that pregnancy again. I got to about 9 weeks when spotting happened, and when we went to the ER, the baby's heartbeat was only about 66, and when they were performing a vaginal exam, I miscarried. And that was hard. That was, you know, a baby is a baby, and no matter if you lose a baby in the first couple weeks, in the middle, or at the end of a pregnancy, to that person, to that mom, it's just as hard. It might not be the same thing to the world, but to you, like, going through that, it's all the same. I mean, it's a different kind of, I don't know how to explain it, because it was a lot harder to go through losing an 18-week-old or 18-week gestational age baby than it was early. For me, in my experience, it wasn't as hard, but it was hard. It wasn't the same experience, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. No one wants to lose a child at any stage in pregnancy. And then again, 3 months after that, we were trying, and I got pregnant again, and we got to 11 weeks, and I started spotting again, and I just knew that pregnancy wasn't going to continue. We went to the ER, where I found out that the baby had stopped growing at 9 weeks, which is just a couple days before my last appointment, where everything was fine. And I miscarried naturally at home, which was so hard to do. Hardest thing I've ever had to do. I mean, I say that, but at the same time, every time you lose a child, it's the hardest thing you have to go through. Every time. I don't think any woman should have to go through that once, yet alone 3, 4, 5, multiple times. We took a break for about 4 months. Doctor advised us to take a break and just let my body heal and let myself heal emotionally and physically. So we did, and after 4 months we decided to not so much try as just not prevent. And the first 3 months, I don't think we hit an on mark when I knew I ovulated. We were just so busy in our schedules, and so I knew that it wasn't gonna result in pregnancy. But now it's been about 3 months, 4 months almost, of trying and knowing that I hit the mark just about, or that there could be the possibility, and nothing. And it's just been really hard. You have this dream of what your life is going to be, and it doesn't turn out that way. I have 3 angels watching over me, and the only thing that keeps me going is knowing that that dream of being a mom is so strong within me, and I know that someday that's going to happen, whether it's through adoption, through IVF, through natural pregnancy. I don't know. But I know in some way that is going to happen. It's not easy being positive every day, but I'm so thankful for this TTC community and the support that not only I get, but that I receive, that I give to others. And so yeah, long story not to make this any longer, that was a little bit about me and my TTC history, and I hope this video actually works and it uploads. Ask me any questions that you'd like to know. I'll try to answer all of them, as many as I can. So yeah, I'm very excited to start this journey with you guys, and I hope you enjoy my videos and that you find some kind of connection to me and that I am able to help you in some way.